The first one completed, and Pakistan once again have an early one from Shaheen Shah Afridi, 4 for 1.
This is just incredible. This one, it has gone so quickly to Harris Ralph. Short fine leg, just sticks. Big dive away to the right, sticks out the right hand, and it is just pure disbelief from Finn Allen. Ecstatic from the bowler. There was some spin here from the northern stand here.
feeling نفس خلاص تنزل الكرالة.
Yeah, well, it's a rugby ground, Eden Park. That illustrates it quite well. The issue on this wicket often against the quicks is not the straight boundary in front of the wicket. It's the boundary behind the batter that gets very, very short.
Saloriza. Please like and share. And subscribe my channel.
Bit of bits in this wicket. Seifert will enjoy that. He's a wicket keeper by trade. Runs around the field on this side, but very, very quick on his feet to get that and go square. Quite a gap out there on the outer square of the wicket on the onside. The onside over long on. One bounce for forward to get started. Power to Seifert. Over 90 kilometres now still from Bra. That is just clear the front leg, get the blade through. Swings hard to Seifert. Those are really leg spinners at its medium pace at that pace.
Biggest from time safer.
That is a spinner, and that is dealt with so well. What a shot that is. That is something special from Seifert. That's the pace-off delivery. That's the slide, toss up from Ahmed. It's outside the off stump. Those are really leg spinners at its medium pace at that pace. Oh, well pitched. That was a wrong and nicely pitched. Picks up here. A shy will hit. It won't hit. They hit together. He's upset. He's really angry with that. I don't know why. I think a direct hit might have been needed. Did he want to throw into him? Yeah, he was certainly animated about it. Instantly. Cricket's easy, isn't it? Just hit the stumps. That's going to improve his mood. That is really going to improve his mood. 21 for 1.
Like and share.
Running a business means wearing many different hats. Whether you're protecting profit margins or organising events, there's always another job waiting. But when it's time to put your money hat on, there's one that suits you perfectly. Try the bank built especially for established businesses. You'll get your own dedicated relationship manager and no monthly fees. It's how business banking used to be, just better. Discover no-nonsense business banking with Alika Bank.
Well, we've got to go back and have a look at that. Not what you want at all to start the over off. Nice little gift for the left-handed Chapman, sliding into the hip. Good piece of it, runs away easily for. Runs are flowing now for New Zealand.
तो प्लीज चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो, वीडियो को लाइक करो, शेयर करो, हमें जरूर बताइए, हमें दोस्तों के साथ शेयर करो।
There's a little bit of swing there for him. That was probably a little wider than they wanted. Bit of a free swing for Chapman. Maybe annoyed he missed out. If you get a bit of edge on that, they'll fly. Third man would have no chance. Look at come over the top it goes. You see that so often here at Eden Park. There's not much he can do.
Well, they look sharp. Sharp head. That has really taken off. Directed bouncer catches the gloves and just flies away. It's the danger of going to the short ball. Just a little touch on it becomes so impossible to protect.
Did they seem a bit pumped here? Maybe using a bit of accuracy here, Pakistan early. Early wicket, coming off the back of a couple of heavy defeats. Oh, that's a ripper there. Chapman had no idea where that was. Lucky to survive. What's that come off?
And a steep bounce. That's what it is. Again, just the climb off the surface, right off the shoulder to the blade. Almost up on the handle, just balloons up. Just checking it out. Smart Chapman, making sure it's all still in one piece. Speed gun had that at just 122, but that is some uncomfortable bounce.
Yeah, it was a cross seamer, I think. It jumped off the seam, didn't it? And that one doesn't come through at all. Stays down. So a little bit of two-pace about that. Chapman thinking that might have been called wide. Seifert yard out. Did you hit it?
I just put the shirt on the way past. My bad.
Each one to finish the over. 3 gone. New Zealand away to a good start. 30 for 1.
You're the only one that I rely on. Shoulder there for me to cry on. I couldn't live without your love. Oh, you're really mine. I gotta have you all the time. I couldn't live without your love. I gotta have you all the time.
Wicket in the first over, Pakistan, Finn Allen. Brilliantly caught by Harris Ralph. Upper Ahmed will continue.
Please, you come on.
There's no toss in the ball up so far this over.
Reading
Up
and
around
channel.
95 kilometres an hour. Like into the surface. Take that step hit delivery away.
He can't be giving Seifert any sort of air, but then he doesn't want to get too short. Seifert just looking out over square leg.
प्लीज भाइयों लाइक को और कमेंट नहीं बोलो.
There. Get the room he wants. Shine Tight! Goes the keeper's end. Once again, it's an upset bowler. Down and out. Hey, got plenty of
Swaggy big hit from
advice to give, doesn't he?
Chopman.
Very vocal. Bowler's end, equal throw should have been coming to him.
और दोस्तों के साथ भी शेयर करिए।
Too short, way too short. Chapman was onto that in a flash. And frustration again. Abra just into the hip of Chapman. He just had a little movement across the crease and got himself into a great position to be able to access behind square. Back, oh, that's good. That is so very good. That was not a bad delivery, and it has been dealt with. 42 for 1.
और
And that is clean striking from Chapman. First one was a little miss. This is just clean striking. Again, over across to the off stump. Puts it in the hitting arc. Puts it 84 metres into the stands. Two overs from Abra costing 29 runs.
पहला ओवर में उसने 4 रन दिए, दूसरे में 12 रन दिए, दोनों में 30 रन दिए और इसको बाद अगेन करना चाहिए।
Fastest of the Pakistan bowlers. New Zealand away to a really good start here. They lost a wicket early. Takes some brilliance from the bowler here. Fielding and short fine leg. Now they're under the pump.
हाँ, दूसरा विकेट भी चला गया और इसरो इंग्लैंड को बहुत खतरा हो गया कि दूसरा विकेट भी चला गया।
A little surprised that we haven't seen Abbas Afridi
को probably लिंक का रास्ता दिखाया।
team today in place of Jahanad Khan. Surprised with his record. He's a genuine wicket taker. Really shocked after that early wicket taking that they didn't go straight to him. Can he go bang bang? He just has to cool his heels for the moment. It's been lined up. It's gone really high and taken comfortably. The skipper calls, the skipper catches it, and he's made a desperate breakthrough.
45 2.
Here's another wicket taker from Harris Ralph. Bowls with pace, bowls with aggression, and he is hard to keep out of the action. Tim Seifert tries to get after him. It's the first legal ball of his spell. This gets underneath it, sends it high into the night sky, and ends up a comfortable catch. Chalk another wicket up for that man there. Bright and breezy from Seifert. He goes from 19 off just the 9 deliveries. New Zealand 43 for 2. You're the only one that I rely on. Shoulder there for me to cry on. I couldn't live without your love. Now I know you're really mine. I gotta have you all the time. I couldn't live without your love. I gotta have you all the time. Darryl Mitchell comes to the middle. New Zealand middle hasn't actually been put under any sort of pressure in this series so far. Oh, that's sharp. Whistle past Mitchell. That is really zigging through. Pace, bounce, little nibble away. It's a fast start by New Zealand, but it's a sort of situation. Pakistan get it right here. They show some accuracy. They can always pull it back. New Zealand middle haven't been asked to do too much work in this series, so they've been feeling a little bit of pressure. try.
A little bit of pinnacle round there. Pushing the rounding hard. Daryl Mitchell gets himself off the mark. Sure, there were a few nervous moments for that man there, Mark Chapman, too. Off the back foot, too. Daryl Mitchell just pinches one. Harris Ralph gets a good look at it. The little misfield then goes to throw it. It's like a bar of soap in his hand.
Well, he's a bit suicidal, that run. It was, oh, hit that get off strike, get underway. If he'd gathered that, it was on.
Yeah, three stumps to aim at either end. Picky spot for Harris Ralph.
It was the greatest call from Mitchell. Chapman on strike now.
It does just feel a little bit like the game's gone into hyperdrive. It's a clip off the top. Pakistan were excited, pretty fizzed up about it. You posed the question, were they too pumped up? Tim Seifert was going at everything. He ends up dismissed for 19 off 9, just trying to hit boundary after boundary. You get Mitchell come in, the ball's whizzing past the outside edge. Taking on very risky singles, just feels like the game is sped up here. That's what you don't want. Felt that little bit of pressure building. It is the change of pace that's just sat in the surface from Ralph. Chapman looking to pinch a single. He's barely laid a finger on it. Just a little look at the ground.
Blame it on the rugby players.
That's it.
It's been about 3 games of Super Rugby played on this ground already, I think. Ripping it up with his studs. Good reply, that was sharp, it was quick. Dillon will pinch one. 5 gone, 49 for 2.
Nerves, excitement, adrenaline. You can tune out the noise. But on Derby Day, you can't help but feel it.
There's a real animosity that bubbles beneath the surface. Heartfelt passion pouring down from the stands this afternoon. It's magnificent. It's a thunderous derby.
It's different. The Gallagher Premiership Derby weekend, live on TNT Sports.
Ramadan, of course. So there's sunsets here in Auckland. Just a brief pause. Some men to break their fast. Cliffy's never been more popular. Handing out the goodies. Seifert went for 19 off 9 deliveries today. It was caught by Salmon. Bowling off Ralph, but not before Finn Allen, who was grabbed by Harris Ralph. A special catch from the bowling of Shaheen Shah Freddy, and there's a catch he is going to remember for some time. Grant Elliott, it was a fine piece of fielding. He was blind, he was short fine leg, and I don't know how he's managed to pull this off, but he did.
Yeah, I was speaking to Harris at the airport the other day, and he's just had a little baby boy. I said to him, if you get a wicket, will you do the little cradling for little Muhammad Khan? And that's what he should have done. He should have got up now, done the cradle. Brilliant catch. Wow, to his right, full stretch. And then Seifert was the second one to go. Finn Allen, of course, was the first one. Didn't get it quite right, and those short boundary straights are just so tempting.
Almost like that held in the pitch, that delivery to Seifert. He just got up underneath it, threw the shot. Thomas Freddie's going to have a crack here. Last over of the power play. New Zealand going along at 9.8. And even in saying that, and this is the ridiculous nature of T20 cricket, you feel like the game is actually quite well poised here. Pakistan is certainly in the fight. Knocked the top off. No more Seifert. No more Allen. But they do have
A couple of very good campaigners in the middle for New Zealand. Mark Chapman, he's had some great innings here and he has thrived against Pakistan in his career. Freddie back into the side tonight. And that has gone straight to extra cover, isn't it?
Yeah, you mentioned the ball maybe just holding in the pitch a little bit. What I have noticed is that the slow deliveries, they have stopped it just a little bit, Scotty. There has been something in that. Just with the slow deliveries, we saw Shane Shah, Freddie, just bowl a couple, roll his fingers over a couple. We've also seen pace in this pitch. Harris Ralph, a couple beat the edge to Daryl Mitchell, and the ball just seems skid through nicely.
It's good running. Quickly away from the non-striker's ends. Single. Very important too that these two just keep the scoreboard ticking over. If it's not going to be pyrotechnics from ball one, you just have to make sure the dots don't start to climb. 15 dot balls so far in the innings for New Zealand. Still inside the power play, so there's plenty of room for big hitting if that's the way they want to go.
Yeah, it's important for Mitchell to get himself in, and that's about rotating the strike, just getting Chapman on strike. Chapman faced 18 balls. He'll be well accustomed to the surface now already. Generally, you're looking at around 7 to 10 balls in T20 cricket, especially if you're opening. We understand the bounce, pace, whether there's movement through the air.
Deep third, very fine, and a square leg back for Mitchell. And he makes the most of it. And he clubs that through mid-wicket for 4.
It's almost like he was hunting that. He's strong on the pull shot, Daryl Mitchell. Didn't quite get it how he wanted out of the sweet spot. You can see bat just turning in his hand just a touch. All he had to do in the power play was just get it over the inner fielders and it'll race away. Good start from him, an aggressive start.
You can't bowl there. That's right in the hitting arc, and because you can't defend that area, you've got mid on up inside the circle, so there is acres of space, and that is Mitchell's favourite shots. Oh, that is a ripper. That is a ripper. It's come back a long way. Abbas Afridi was pleading with the umpire, pleading Sean Hay.
Gee, this is a ripper. Am I thinking about it? No. Someone has definitely said that they don't think it's out at all. Daryl Mitchell looked very convincing. As an umpire, I'm not giving him out. Let's have a look at this. A little bit of seam in. Here we go. Nips in. Oh, I think he may have smashed that, Scotty.
Well, it's certainly worth a shout. It's hit the back pad. It sounded woody. Well, Mitchell's still there. Freddie's pumped up. It's driven and it's driven past. Just got enough on it to slow it up. It won't quite reach the boundary. It's a rare 3 at Eden Park. Well, here it is. It's hit the back. Good call for the umpire from Sean Haig, but he was into it.
Oh, I got that wrong even in slow-mo, so great work from Sean Haig.
You would have teed that up. Demanded.
It wasn't often I got the opportunity to tee it up, Scotty, so if I did, I'd definitely take every opportunity. This is a good result, though, with Chapman on strike. Good job from Mitchell.
Good cross, Chapman, and it's straight to the fielder, and he may well have been short of his ground had that hit the stumps. So they're living dangerously, New Zealand. Or even a frustration for Ralph. It's 58 for 2 at the end of the power play.
You're the only one that I rely on. Shoulder there for me to cry on. I couldn't live without your love. Now I know you're really mine. I gotta have you all the time. I couldn't live without your love. I gotta have you all the time.
It's a beautiful evening here in Auckland. Tamaki Makaurau, Rangitoto in the background, and the islands of the Hauraki Gulf. Waitemata Harbour, CBD in the background, and here is another opportunity. Chapman had given up. He had given it up.
And Harris Ralph in the game there. Beautiful catch, Shane Shah-Freedy.
Stepping down and can't quite get it past. It's a nice piece of fielding. Salmonaga, the captain.
They've been good in the field. They've delivered the ball in the right areas, the bowlers. They look on song a little bit tonight, Pakistan, and they've dismissed two aggressive, destructive batters. So that would have been a huge relief. Finn Allen gone, and then Tim Seifert shortly on. So Chapman here looking good. They can dismiss Chapman. Might have a wee bit of a wobble here. There are a couple of players that haven't batted in the series.
They've got the man back with square leg. Does Ralph go for a short pitch delivery? Stays full for this one, and it's driven. That is right in the slot for Mark Chapman.
Gee, that is delicious. This is just a classical cricket stroke. Lean in, full face of the blade, and just timing and placement to perfection.
That's shorter. He gets Chapman on the ball. He's got protection back.
He's a wicket taker, Ralph. He's always trying to take wickets. He's the perfect bowler as captain. You'd love to be bowling for you now. Try and get me a wicket. Short. He's got a little bit of movement. He's got a great slow ball as well.
I like the short pitch delivery to Chapman. Hook the ball. It's risky here at Eden Park, of course. You're looking for that top edge though, and it can go sailing away on you. Anything across the face of that, Chapman is going to cash it.
Well, he's a good player on the offside. Most left-handers, you give him a little bit of width, they can slice it through that cover region, and we saw some beautiful strokes at the full face of the bat earlier on in the over. But equally, square of the wicket, particularly aggressive on the pull shot.
Short cover in for Mitchell. Went back on the boundary, that square leg. Foreign leg deep as well. Single leg wicket, just bumps it down. It's been quite a measured start to the innings for Daryl Mitchell. We know he's renowned as an attacking player, but I think he's shown some really good awareness of the game situation here. Chapman's the hot hand. Mitchell's playing a good support role, taking quick singles, bunting, keeping the strike turning over.
It really is key when you get in T20 cricket and you have the new batter. You want to get the batter who's in on strike. Make sure you're not soaking up any balls.
Looked away off the hip, might look for two, and Mitchell's not having any of that. That's a loud call. 69 for 2 ups.
Mr. Hollywood, have you opened your personalized home insurance deals from Auto Sergey? Already done for you. You mean it's okay not doing it all yourself? He really gets it, Sergey. I don't think he's talking about Auto Sergey deals. Wait, don't go in. Just make it simple with personalized deals delivered through Compare Market.
Euro Millions feeling with this Friday's £166 million jackpot.
Euro Millions from the National Lottery.
Shot of Auckland City over the outskirts of Grey Lynn, looking left towards Ponsonby down into CBD. Here's a story for you, Grant Elliott. I bumped into Anthony Puertabaki, the this afternoon, who is a police officer but spent plenty of time playing on this very field from Auckland for the Blues. That is swept away straight to the fielder, just the one. And he said, "Can you please say hello to Grant Elliott? You were his honorary wing commander." When he graduated, says the wing he graduated from Police College, Anthony Tuitavakia. What a wonderful player and doing a great job with the police force these days.
I think I've just been promoted by you, Scotty. Thanks, wing commander. I was just
What's
patron.
honorary patron? Sorry, I've got the Air Force and the police mucked up. Richie McCaw's an honorary wing commander.
That was good fun. Wing 363, big shout out to them. 16 weeks. I really wanted to do the assault car. You know, they were going to take me through the training. I didn't want to do the mace session. I wasn't that keen on that one.
The pepper spray. No, funnily enough, no thanks.
Or the taser. Not too keen on that one, but
Well, these optional extras for being a patron of a wing, you know? Would you like to be pepper sprayed or tasered?
I chose the barbecue with the team, so Anthony was really nice to the kids, and it was great. There's Scuba Steve, enjoying it.
Young ocean explorers. For all day that, it is so hard to protect the boundary in that part of Eden Park. So hard. If you get it wrong as a bowler, you are going to be swept to the right.
Yeah, one of the things you talk about as a team here when you come to Eden Park is just take every delivery as a moment in the game. Forget about the last one because the game changes. It can be a matter of deliveries that changes the game. You wipe that, boundary gone, shut up Khan, needs to just deliver the next one.
Whipped away again as he found the gap here. Oh my goodness. Well, he slid right on by. Have fun, Khan the Aussie. That's a shambles.
Always on roller skates, isn't he? Ball spins, he gets there, and whee! A little bit too much gas there.
Meanwhile, Chapman has moved to 49. This has been an innings by stealth. 80 for 2. Coming through from that one, Crystal Sharp will take up the attack from the south ends here at Eden Park. Tuitavaki to finish that story. Of course, played 8 tests for New Zealand. 6 for New Zealand. Won a Challenge Cup with Montpellier in France as well. Chapman is a wonderful striker of the ball. And he's going to come back for a couple here. And he's going to bring up yet another half century. That is a 950 for Mark Chapman at T20 Internationals. He's also got a century. That is the 4th against Pakistan.
Quality, absolute quality innings that. There were some serious cricket strokes. Nothing too aggressive. He's just played every ball on the merit.
He just loves playing Pakistan. 4 half centuries and his sole T20 International all against this team. Almost in Pakistan as well.
He's just been so precise with his hitting. He's hit the gaps. He hasn't hit fielders. He's played the north side and the leg side.
It's a healthy average.
Great average.
Good ball, there. Just the one here.
As you mentioned, though, Scotty, it's quite funny. Some players you don't even notice. You look up at the board and they're on 30. You think, how did that happen? It's been Mark Chapman's innings. Lost Finn Allen and Tim Seifert, and you go, oh, we're in trouble in the power play. He came in and just started hitting the ball in the middle of the bat from ball one. And needs to push on. He'll want to push on now. 80 plus.
There he goes. That's the Dazzler. He loves that shot. He steps, he hits. And rarely does he miss out.
Well, this is the dangerous length you talk about as a spinner when you come to Eden Park. Step and hit. It was the length that was just perfect for Daryl Mitchell. Just a tiny step forward. He uses those long levers and those power that he possesses.
11 runs from the over, still 2 balls remaining. Kush still under a little bit of pressure here. New Zealand closing in on triple figures, 91 for 2.
Ball's come back with some tomato sauce on it,
Yeah,
Scotty.
it's back shaped like an egg. I really appreciate that from Mitchell. As much as you can sit back and admire his power hitting, Grant, you know, that just shows a player who understands where he's at in the game and where his partner's at. I've hit a 6, it's not there for me. Here's one. Chapman back on strike. It's really selfless batting.
I'm just playing the ball on the merits as well. He knows the bowler's under pressure.
Chapman goes after it. Has he got enough? Yes, he has. Flat 6 into the beer garden of Eden.
Left arm orthodox to left-hand hitter. Wow, that had some power. 98-2. In the arc of Chapman, it wasn't a step and hit, which means he had to go square with it. He got just underneath it enough. It's the power. Everything has hit the middle of Chapman's bat since he came to the crease. He's looking in serious form out there.
Sometimes it just feels a little too simple at Eden Park, and just when you think you're going to be tonked to all corners, you make a breakthrough in an unlikely way. Thick outside edge, Daryl Mitchell looking to go big again.
Just when he was looking in, just when he was looking good, shut up, smart bowling from him. Throws it out wide on that wide crease. Daryl Mitchell has a big swipe, but it wanted to go over almost extra cover, whitish mid-off. Gets the thick edge. Brilliantly caught by Ralph. He's in the game. He goes for 17. 98 for 3.
There's electricity in the air.
I've got goosebumps.
You can feel it in the stand.
This is mouth-watering.
On the pitch, see it in the way the players move.
We really are seeing the best players in the women's game.
Waiting for that spark of genius.
Sure, he makes mistakes. Absolute belter.
Then comes the chaos. Pure, beautiful limbs everywhere.
This will be special.
Expect greatness. The UEFA quarterfinals, live on TNT Sports.
Welcome on board the B8282. Coming through from that clinic.
Running a business means wearing many different hats. Whether you're protecting profit margins or organizing events, there's always another job waiting. But when it's time to put your money hat on, there's one that suits you perfectly. Try the bank built especially for established businesses. You'll get your own dedicated relationship manager and no monthly fees. It's how business banking used to be, just better. Discover no-nonsense business banking with Alika Bank.
Mr. Hollywood! Hello! Have you opened your personalized home insurance deals from Auto Sergey? Already done for you. You mean it's okay not doing it all yourself? He really gets it, Sergey. I don't think he's talking about Auto Sergey deals. Wait, don't go in. Just make it simple with personalized deals delivered from Compare the Market.
Innings, as he just placed the ball magnificently. His placing has been exceptional.
81st match today for Jimmy Nation, closing in on 1,000 career runs. Jimmy Nation indeed. Sure, Jimmy Nation requires an invitation for that. Very aggressive player. And a chance here to bat some serious overs for New Zealand. Nation has quite often played the finisher role. Both bat and ball, for that matter. Straight down the ground, and this is one bounce. It wasn't attacked, and the catch wasn't on. In fairness to Crystal Sharp.
Yeah, you're right, Scotty. He's always down the order, Jimmy Neesham. And just wonder what sort of role he's given, especially after that stroke. He's looking aggressive from just his second delivery. Maybe he's given the license, but you normally come in with 3 or 4 overs to bat. Doesn't have a lot of time, but he's got power. So it'll be interesting to watch how he crafts an innings here.
Still Hay and Bracewell to come and recognise that as sides. Which are had a wicket-keeper like Bracewell and positions as an all-rounder in t20 cricket. Sonny Jamison Duffy and Sears. So bowler heavy. 9 down. Sodhi was involved in the match here. Last time he was playing for New Zealand in Eden Park. If you recall that evening. Richard Isaacs will remind you, our wonderful statistician. Clipped away off the toes. And that's another one to the boundary for Mark Chapman. He moves to 65. It's 105 for 3.
Who do I trust for business insurance?
विकेट लेना जरूरी है.
If you need business insurance, join nearly 1 million customers who trust
105.3 New Zealand at the halfway mark. It's one of these places that you don't know how many is enough. Chapman is flying at the moment. A lot of depth in that batting. New Zealand, Hay, Bracewell, Sodhi, he's had some form here as well. It's just the 5 bowlers used. 6 bowlers used now. It's the 7th and the captain, Salman Aliaga. Spinner. Chipped away. Run out opportunity. Just wonder here, Frankie Mackay, they feel like pace-off might be the option. Yeah, pace-off and with 2 left-handers in at the crease, maybe the opportunity to have the ball turning away. Try and get it out of the hitting arc a little bit. Oh, that's missed everything. Freebies, 4 of them. It's not turning away, that's getting inside the swing arc of Jimmy Neesham. Another piece of bowling. Quicker, sliding the ball on. Just goes past the leg stump. Too good for everyone. Oh, it's a clear plan. Hang back on that back foot and see how far you can hit it into the stand. And at the moment, it's He's doing a fantastic job, just flat underneath the eye line. And good courage to bring yourself on as a captain, part-timer. That's gone high. Is it long enough? Yes, it is. The fielder just watches it alongside security. Thought he was in the action for a long time down on the boundary. It was high into the night sky. Didn't get all of it. Mark Chapman just gets underneath it a little more than he would like. He gives it the look up and down, but 77 metres, that is long enough. Short again. He has got so much power on that. It burst through the field, his hands. Oh, back-to-back boundary. But he said it was a good option before. Maybe not so much now. And that one's just sliding on nicely. Again, trying to be full, fast, quick. That just skips along the surface. Hints of a little bit of dew on top. It really looks like it is going quickly across this outfield. Oh, not sure about that one. Oh, that's maybe a little tough, but batter's game and all that. Outstanding over, 17 runs off it. 122 for 3.
You're the only one that I rely on. Shoulder there for me to cry on. I couldn't live without your love. Now I know you're really mine. I gotta have you all the time. I couldn't live without your love. I gotta have you all the time.
It's been effortless scoring the last few overs, especially from the blade of Mark Chapman. His way through 76 now, 9 fours, 3 sixes, striking at 205. He's nearly broke the sweat doing it. Quite interesting you say that, Frank, about Mark Chapman and sweat. One of the things that he's been working on, he does a lot of, he's an entrepreneur, as you probably refer to him, does a lot of different businesses. He's got the armband at the moment. That's his design that a lot of players have got around the world. He's also got glue that he has on his hand. Oh, crunch! Wow, you can hear the effort in the stump bike. He has absolutely climbed into that one, Chapman. My word, he is hitting it cleanly. Trying to bang it in, cramp him up for room. A little shimmy down the wicket. Keeps himself nicely leg side of the ball. And this swing of the blade, that is as easy as you would like. He is having a day out here, Mark Chapman. I was talking about the glue. He puts it on his hands and that allows him to actually grip with the bat. So it's sort of like a chalk that goes on his hand. So you think about when you lift up weights and you can have that chalk on your hand to allow yourself to grip. So he used it a lot to try and keep that grip on his bat rather than using inner gloves. Well, picnic squad all the way. It's it. The advertising signs right on the floor. They will check this though. Well, that is the joys of Eden Park, isn't it? Shortest point to the ground is right over top of the wicket keeper. It's not exactly where Mark Chapman had planned for it to go. It's a good enough piece of it. Goes all the way, smashes into the Toblerone. There's the signal for the 6. It's a pretty short boundary, right behind the wicket keeper. If you could play that shot on demand, you'd be an absolute genius. I think if you could play most shots on demand, you'd feel like you're a genius, Frankie, wouldn't you? He's got a few good slow balls here, Abbas. Just in there tucking him up. We're going to push back for 2. That is outstanding placement from Chapman. You don't just see the bludgeon nature of the shots, but also just that deft touch. Oh, he's just been sublime. A little bit of luck here and there, which you need in any innings, but majority of it has just been clean striking. Timed the ball excellently. Leg side's been the power side, but collected runs nicely down the ground. Used the pace well offside when he's needed to. Tries back here. Pace off with those third and fine up. He's done that. He's worked the angles beautifully. Jimmy Neesham looking to come back. It's amazing when you see a batter going that they just keep going, but to be able to have the ability to go, okay, no, I know that ball's not quite there, so I can just pull back in terms of my follow through with my back hook and just work it into those gaps. Yeah, I think that's what you see when people are in that peak form, that real flow state. Is there's still decision making going on. It's almost as though at the moment the game's just slowed down for Mark Chapman. He's got time to be making good decisions, time to pick which gap he wants to be hitting the ball into. Get a feel where that's close, it's given. It's the angle in. I think Jimmy Neesham will say, is it doing too much coming around the wicket? He says, I don't think so. And that is out. Fantastic delivery. Kept him on the crease. Pace on this time. It's a breakthrough. Pakistan were after. Yeah, he looked a little sheepish, didn't he, Jimmy Neesham? There's that thought of trying to scamper through for the leg by, but he knew. Good leg. Nice and straight. Smashed on the back pad. Desperately asking for it. And he picks up a big wicket. Important wicket. Breaks this partnership. The dangerous Jimmy Neesham goes for just 3. New Zealand 155 for 4. So wicketkeeper Mitch Hay, still young and fresh in his career. One thing that stands out for him is his strike rate. He's got all the shots down the ground behind the wicket as well. Expect to see those. There's still so much time in this game. 8 overs to go. New Zealand on track for well over 220 here. Great wicket for Abbas. Top wicket taker in the PSL 2023. Done it in international cricket as well. Given his opportunity today. This angle back in. Good comeback in that over from Abbas. 135 for 4.
Welcome aboard the BA282.
Hey, Bracewell to come. Sodhi and Jameson, we know both can have the ability, but it's how long that you want them to actually bat out there for. Good opportunity to create a partnership here. Well, it's just been the Mark Chapman show, really. Tim Seifert looked dangerous early, 10 off 9, but others have struggled to get going a touch. Haven't struck the ball anywhere near as clearly as Chapman has. Turning into a little bit of a lone hand here for New Zealand. All the leg side field out for Chapman. Oh, that's a glorious shot. Well done down there. Well, that's where the stand is. So there's some artificial ground underneath there, which is quite uncomfortable from a fielding perspective. Thoughts here, Frankie, out? Back leg, you're always in trouble. It's always that feeling. Never feels good as a batter. Hit on the back knee roll, you're thinking, oh no. Just hoping the umpire's finger doesn't go up. Almost with DRS these days, you just sort of give yourself up, don't you? But we see so many referred. Oh, Mid-off is up. Will he look to use his feet or even go fine here? I wonder if that was a conversation on the sideline. Mitch Hay, Michael Braswell, that we know has power as well. You've still got a little bit of time to just look at a few, knowing that Freddie's likely to roll his fingers over the ball and you'll have different changes of pace. So pick your delivery that works for you. And also just that acknowledgement that you've got someone in on 90. Hot hand, striking at 214. 10 fours, 4 sixes. It's not the worst result in the world to just get a single either. Spot on. Finally comes up. Meadow looks to go slow here into the wicket. Just that. Placed it beautifully. Chapman just a slight slip at the striker's end. I think he was coming back there if he hadn't slipped over. Just wonder if it's getting a little bit dewy on top as well. I've seen a few players that have slid. Even the batters. You say so much run on the wicket, but that's actually what slides a bit more. Well, especially if it is a ground where the ground staff have sprayed the anti-dew across it to stop that formation of dew on the outfield. You can't spray that on the pitch. So if it is, that spray is in place, keeping the outfield in good shape. It doesn't stop the dew forming on the surface. It can get very slippery underfoot. Oh, that is a glorious shot. Just gave himself some room. Knew the ball was likely to be a slower delivery down to 117. He just held his shapes nicely.
Nice man, George.
Oh, just such clean striking. Again, it's that little movement around the crease. Allows himself to be able to pick his spot. Gets underneath that one nicely. And just a man in form here is Chapman. Looks like he's playing a different game to everyone else. Well, he's 6 more away for 100. Second T20 100. No such thing as nervous 90s. Oh no. Oh no.
Good talking.
JD Martin, walk yourself out of the commentary box and go and apologise to Mark Chapman, who have absolutely put the mockers on. Well, there will be no nervous 90s because that's the end of it for Chapman. He's been brilliant throughout and just tries to go over the offside once again. It's pace off, a slower delivery, the Eden Park extra bounce. Catches the outside half of the blade and an easy catch at point. The crowd, they are on their feet applauding that man as he walks off. 94 of just the 44 deliveries. Outstanding from Chapman. New Zealand 141 for 5.
Ball is bust, I'm afraid. Needs a new PCB.
Baffle.
Top valve.
I can take a look. 3 weeks from Thursday.
What? Found the part. No, they don't make it anymore.
Say goodbye to the old way to sort your boiler and say hello to Boxed. Get a new boiler installed the next working day in just a few clicks and pay your way with one fixed price, upfront or monthly on all new boilers. Order now at Boxed, the smart way to buy a boiler.
Good start, Michael Bracewell. Off the mark straight away. Fantastic over for Pakistan. The much needed wicket, 142 for 5. The in-batter out, Mark Chapman. Now it's time for a little bit of rebuild here for New Zealand. Hey, Bracewell. There's real known batters in this New Zealand side. Pakistan have just picked up wickets at key moments. This is an opportunity where you can sneak through a few quick overs from Pakistan's perspective. You get to the 16th, 17th over, New Zealand, so we've got a few overs to go. We're going to have to get going again. Spot on, Katie. That's the key. They have been under the pump. Pakistan have been going around the park. Run rates up over 10.6. Big appeal. That's a googly going away, so some use with the bounce as well. The height of Michael Bracewell is probably missing by quite a bit. But what they have done well is they picked up 5 wickets. That's been the key throughout, is now it affords you a little bit of breathing room at the back end. And I think, again, decision making right on the money there. Bounce being the issue. Now you've got 2 players. Hay has only faced 3 balls, Bracewell 4. There's still so much time left in this innings. And this is where the field just squeezes in. All the conversations is, if you're at point or if you're at extra cover, if you're in the circle, just try and stop one. Those googlies gripping a bit here. Oh, a slight fumble. That would have been very, very tight. It just changes the complexion of the game. All of a sudden, instead of balls getting hit all around the ground, boundaries galore, it's trying to pinch singles. Just 2 runs off this over. Another opportunity, but it's so flat and fast. It's gone all the way for a 6. Great way to finish that over. 150 comes up for New Zealand. 5 wickets down.
You're the only one that I rely on. Shoulder there for me to cry on. I couldn't live without your love. Now I know you're really mine. I gotta have you all the time. I couldn't live without your love. I gotta have you all the time.
Plenty of views for Pakistan. Arbrough back into the attack after getting pumped in his first 2 overs in the power play. Oh, it's gone high. Harris Ralph comes in, he steps in, he looks right back over his head. What a way to start the over. Pressure on Arbrough straight away. Well, that's not half bad. Just gets back deep in the crease, Mitch Hay. He has a fair swing at that one, 80 metres into the stands. That's what you need, just as a little bit of pressure was building. They just get to manipulate the over now. Take the first ball for a boundary, manipulate the over. One thing I think New Zealand batters have done really well, they've picked up that short delivery. And their first intention is, can I hit that into the stand as far as I can, whether it's square or whether it's straight. Just like that. Once again, the short delivery, sat in the wicket, and they said, how far can I hit that one? Exactly like that. That's the pace-off delivery. Ball before, 92 kilometres. This one down at 76. Big pace variation. But Bracewell's got clear thinking, gets back in position, and just prepared to wait. Wait on the delivery, that little pause in the swing. He's almost looking a little lost here, isn't he, Arbrough? He's saying, okay, well, my deliveries where I've got the whole lot of variation, whether it's a slider, whether it's the traditional leg spin, the one where he grips his fingers on the leather of the ball to try and get it just to skid off the seam. At the moment, just not the lengths he needs. Yeah, that's better, that's the length. Pitched it up and said, bring the stumps into play. Mitch Hay looking to hit that back into the embankment. This time, that is his downfall. And it's brave to go pace off once again. A couple of balls before was down at 76, got hit into the stands. This one, 79, just never arrives for Mitch Hay. Too early through the shot. He's got the length perfect, right onto the top of leg stump, inside the swing arc. They just keep taking wickets here, do Pakistan. This time it's Machae gone for 9. New Zealand 164 for 6.
Being a photographer, you can't help but fall in love with the wild Atlantic way. Yet some moments aren't made to be captured, but lived in.
You've always made it simple for me to get great value car insurance, so I can get their cover from just £315. Get your quote today at lv.com.
Paul Jameson, he's come up the order. Crucially, anyway, in Test match cricket, they've still got a good 5 overs to go here. Put a score on for New Zealand. Carom delivery, straight back in. Skid off, maybe a little bit of extra assistance from the inside edge, but back-to-back wickets for Abra. There's Abra Ahmed, how good is that? Off the thick inside edge of Kyle Jameson, he looks back bemused as to what has happened. Well, what's happened is it's back-to-back wickets. And Abra, he's sitting on a hat-trick. Jameson gone, first ball, New Zealand now, and some real bother with 5 overs still to go. 164 for 7.
Good shot from Buster. Heading this one.
Sodhi out in the middle now, handy with the bat. Here's the hat-trick ball. It's on the money, but it's to the... No, it's not. This is shit up, isn't it? Oh, got carried away there.
That's good.
Mark Richardson bringing the crowds back. Well, if you were asleep as a viewer, you would have woken up for a hat-trick ball with the wrong leg spinner. Well, the board was flashing. Hat-trick ball as he ran in. That's what got me. I don't blame you.
Flashing red lights. Get the heart rate up.
Pakistan back in the game, though.
Have we still got a chance of a hat-trick?
Yep. Yeah, we have, haven't we?
What's going on there? That's all right.
Yeah, Abra obviously getting wickets back-to-back, so he'll be on a hat-trick in his last over. He's 2 for 43 or 3 overs as we're looking at this. It looks a touch and go, this one. There's a lot happening there. I think it might be safe. Shane Shafridi throwing his 6 foot plus 5 frame around the body a number of times. Oh no. Inside the
He's got all sorts of it. A tangle there, hasn't he? Yeah, 3 goes at it. And Irfan said he got a kick in the head just for extra.
Looks like one of those cage fighting events, doesn't it?
Honestly, just call it fielded and move on. Because the ball, I don't think the ball's touching him as his hand goes under the rope.
This is one of the toughest boundary decisions I think I've ever seen, Rick. I don't know what you think as a viewer back at home. I think he's safe. Oh, he saved him.
Yep. Call it 2 or 3 and move on. That's it. Right decision made, I think. Yeah, well done. And it was made before midnight.
over that Pakistan would like Shadab to back up. Nabra just got them back in the game here, well in the game. An important over this from Shadab. He's done nothing wrong there. Outside edge from Bracewell. Bit of luck.
This series straight to the bottom. The chance to get it fixed.
Crucial part of the game this now, and there's still 4.2 overs left. Pakistan, do they attack? Do they just look to bowl very defensively and try and mitigate any boundaries? Obviously, Michael Bracewell's still there. That's the key for New Zealand. He's got a lot of power.
Yeah, big key. New Zealand could... coming back on. We're not going to get it later on. I know we might get it later on. Still 4 overs to bowl.
Change. Obviously, it's unfortunate upper on a hat trick. I think you make a good Rick. Just 2 more overs because the 7 down New Zealand. I reckon the score that they should be looking at minimum is that 200 mark. 28 runs away from that.
Just hurry enough.
They can get to around that 17 and a half overs. And if Bracewell feels good against the bowler, lead tie one of the bowlers and go big in and over and get 15 plus. They might get over that.
Just hurry enough, but if he possibly can, a little big Sody here. Bracewell on strike pace, Harris Bowl. Just the bowlers to come. It's coming down. One of the stop tight of him, but if he possibly can, a little.
There's a little bit of just walking.
Bracewell on strike. Just the bowlers to come.
Yeah, just anything. One of the techniques I guess you can use is a little bit dangerous, just walking across, just looking to nudge it on that leg side, just to get Bracewell on strike. Once he's on strike, boundary possibilities.
Easy on top. Very nice. Big Sody, that was a job there.
Roller skates on in their outfield early on in the innings.
Tell you what,
all over the place.
and I think Pakistan need to learn from this. Anything that goes in the outer now, you can really pressure that field.
Bet their 20 overs, New Zealand.
Very, very greasy on top.
Anything over 200 to win here. Obviously, Irfan Khan, it looked like he had roller skates on in the outfield early on in the innings.
It's rough,
Looking all over the place.
Straight,
Change up,
tight.
greedy.
Good pace.
There's a little bit greasy.
Simple. Yeah, I think anything under 200, Pakistan should go to the break feeling confident.
Anything over 200.
Good wicket, small ground. With a couple of outtakes in New Zealand conditions, they just need to be confident. That's right. They need to get away with a straight start as well. Something hasn't happened. Good pace. Serious for them. Yeah, I think anything under 100 Pakistan should go to the break feeling confident. Happy to just take one. Looking for 2, won't be there. They just need to be confident and just keep taking wickets. They need to get away to a decent. Something hasn't happened. Second wicket. Series for them. 55. 2 balls to go. So just 1 scored so far. Happy to just take 1. Looking for 2. It won't be there. Non-strikers will keep the strike.
Going to keep Pakistan.
I think the crowd sense it.
Wickets. It's a partnership of 40. The second wicket. And after that, just 55.
1 ball to go here in the over. Is he starting in the license with a free swing, or is it 1 over too soon? Braceman non-strikers will keep the strike. I think the crowd sense it. They're starting to clap in unison.
Maybe one over too soon here, Rick.
No, happy to just take one tucked up. That was a beautiful over that. Harris Ralph, really classy stuff. Just 3 from it, 177.
It's so great to be back in Northern Ireland. So what is the plan? Gorgeous views, the Giant's Causeway, old stuff. Oh, there we go. Take in a bit of art and inspiration. Finish it off with a nice bag of chips up the old city walks. Absolutely cracker.
Fill your heart with Ireland. Discover more at Ireland.com.
LV have always made it simple for me to get great value car insurance, so I can get their cover from just £315. Get your quote today at lv.com.
Look at the highlights because it was outstanding.
Freedy. The northern end, left arm round. Sodi down to third man. I think it's Bracewell on strike. I thought I saw a couple of had the ball was about to mark his runner, and it was told no. He wants that hat trick, doesn't he? Come on again when New Zealanders have to swing. Better chance.
Yeah, last over, don't you reckon? Hat-trick ball. Need to maximise the runs, and hopefully you got a number 11 in. Some beautiful deliveries. A wrong in and then top spinner. A little bit of fortune with Carl Jameson sits on a hat-trick. He'll be thinking about that next delivery if he gets a chance.
Protection down the ground. Shaheen. Yes, he will. He'll go full. Look to get Bracewell playing down the ground, and if he's full enough, Bracewell will struggle to get underneath it. Now come down and have a chat to Sodi as well with some direction. I think it's just fine single. Off stump. He's good enough to take it.
Intentional in their field placement. Pakistan. Nothing really out of the wood. What a shot. We've seen a lot of effort though. Defending it for this one. This innings was early wickets. Nice. 2 early wickets. High elbow. And just bunts it past mid-off. That's all you have to do.
Shot is from Sodi. He's good enough that if you dish up a half volley in the slot outside off stump, he's good enough to take you.
Sophie Stream, what a shot. He's just been defending it. This one, just a nice high elbow bolt and just bunts it past mid-off. That's all you have to do. Even a couple of bounces. Shane Shafridi doesn't look happy at all. I reckon the next one's going to be short. Everyone says, oh, you've got to bowl back of the leg so that you get hit square. But if you get too short and you have a big swipe and the top edge goes for 6 or 4. Actually, a lot of players. Inzamam Al-Haq is the anniversary of when Inzamam Al-Haq played New Zealand in the semi-finals of World Cup 92.
Yeah, because it's so the top edge is fly.
Late cuts, didn't he? Using the pace. I think that's the thing here, because everyone says, oh, you've got to bowl back of the leg. So you get good stop and bowl that again.
Yeah, that famous 6 that you did here, that was sort of a flailing top edge, wasn't it?
Inzamam Al-Haq is the anniversary of when Inzamam Al-Haq played New Zealand in the semi-finals. The 92 World Cup, I remember that. That was when I fell in love with cricket. But I think the dimensions, from what I understand, using the pace.
Yeah, very, very different. So Cal corner, so the longer boundaries here were the shorter boundaries. Yeah, that famous 6 that you did here, that was sort of a flailing top edge, wasn't it? I'd say northwest.
I don't know, I had my eyes closed. Southwest. I don't really know. But the 92 World Cup, I remember that. That was when I fell in love with cricket. But
very solidly,
from what I understand.
Yeah, very different. So Cal corner, so the longer boundaries here is not needed. Not as you're coming back into the game. The old pitch is orientated. Used to run a bit sort of, I'd say, northwest to
Well,
southeast.
it's left-handers day. We've seen Chapman and now Bracewell. That's not what Pakistan need. That is not what they need.
Very solidly. Just a bit off, and that is awful. That is not good. And it's not needed, not as you're coming back into the game.
Well, it's a left-handers day. We've seen Chapman and now Bracewell. That's not what Pakistan needs. That is not what they need. Yeah, well.
Yeah, slipping.
I think it's almost go time now, Rick. Just
Bowler doesn't care. He's
one over his left.
Come on.
Bowling attack. Up Rao Willie. Try and bowl for his hat-trick delivery. And you've got Rao. One more. So Rao, I think, will definitely bowl. Usually I think he's got to get through this ball.
You want things to keep composure here.
I think it's almost go time now, Rick. Just 2.1 overs left. You look at the bowling attack. You've got Abra Willie come back and try and bowl for his hat.
Heaved to the onside, heaved to the gap.
One more, so
Longest boundary here tonight, but it was hit well enough.
get through this one. Last ball.
Good finish for New Zealand. They're back flying now. 2 overs to go, 192 for 7. Heaved to the onside, heaved to the gap. Longest boundary here tonight, but it was hit well enough. Good finish for New Zealand. They're back flying now. 2 overs to go, 192 for 7. Two to go, 192 for 7. The skipper's out there, brace for 31 from 17. A sneaky good innings this. Probably under a little bit of pressure actually. Wickets were falling. Mark Chapman, who was setting New Zealand up for a massive total win. Captain's had to combine with the tail. Sodhi on strike. That's a sensible thing. Let's brace back down there. 2 to go, 192 for 7. Skipper's out there, brace for 31 from
New Zealand, 164 for 7 or 15 overs. It was
a
that
little bit of
time
pressure
where
actually. Wickets were
normally a team would go into the death overs and
Mark
look to
Chapman
really
setting New Zealand up for a massive
to
total
inject
win.
a lot of power, but no one was in.
Combined with the
Bracewell
tail.
came to
Sodhi
the
on
crease
strike.
for Sodhi. They had to start rebuilding, and they've done just that. 29 off 19 now, this partnership. And you'd say that Bracewell now, you'd think it's very trouble. New Zealand, 164 for 7 or 15 overs. It was that time when normally a team would go into the death overs and look to really, it's got to be up, it's inject a lot of power, but no one was in. Bracewell came to the crease with Sodhi. They had to start rebuilding, and they've done just that. 29 off 19 now, this partnership. Bracewell now, you think
Lovely piece of bowling.
it's just 11 balls left.
Took the pace off it and it was just enough to deceive Bracewell.
Well, he's normally up around 140 k's an hour. This one is just 130. Deceived Bracewell. Bracewell was going big.
Final over.
It was slow. It was on leg stump. The line was good.
Lovely piece of bowling.
He's been in the game. He took a
Took the
spectacular
pace off it and it was just enough to deceive
Got
Bracewell.
his second wicket tonight. The skipper. Well, he's normally up around 140 k's an hour. This one is just 130. Deceived Bracewell. Bracewell was going big. It was slow. It was on leg stump. The line was good. Harris Ralph, he's been in the game. He took a spectacular catch. He's had run-out chances. He's got his second wicket tonight. The skipper, the New Zealand skipper has to go. Michael Bracewell for 31. 193 for 8.
Duffy. The bowlers are out there for New Zealand. Gives himself a bit of room. They're going to fly. They're going to get as many as they can. And how lazy was that running? We're about to find out. Duffy. The bowlers are out there for New Zealand. Gives himself a bit of room. They're going to fly. They're going to get as many as they can. And how lazy was that running? We're about to find out.
Ready to make my decision for the big screen.
Safety's out. I thought he might have been a little bit slow to get underway there. Big fast bowler.
Thank you. Ready to make my decision for the big screen.
Yes, it was. Up goes the finger. The Pakistanis knew it. Slow to get underway. Ralph knew it. The keeper knew it. And now Sony knows it.
He's got some pace, this guy, Harris Ralph. Look at this skid through. Just a little tickle.
Chest tight. Yes, it was. Up goes the finger. The Pakistanis knew it. Ralph knew it. The keeper knew it.
East side, he goes for 10. 194 for 9.
Now Sony knows it.
He's got some pace, this guy, Harris Ralph. Look at this skid through. Just a little tickle. Chest height. To the keeper, Muhammad Harris. And another one for Harris Ralph. East side, he goes for 10. 194 for 9.
Sears on strike. New Zealand 9 down. They could be bowled out here. Pakistan should feel pretty buoyed about this situation right now. They've clawed their way back into this. Anything under 200's gettable out there. Nicely played through the onside. Should set off at 2. Sears on strike. New Zealand 9 down. They could be bowled out here. Great shot from the number 11. Pakistan should feel pretty buoyed about this situation right now. They've clawed their way back into the wicket. Anything under 200's gettable out here.
That an almighty swing. He was trying to hit that over the Auckland
Nicely
tower.
played through the onside.
Fortunately, he just got
Should set off at 2.
Everyone knew it, including him.
That's a great shot from a number 11.
Maybe Abra.
Oh,
He's come in and cheated that off.
got to keep it out.
Ben Sears.
And he does.
This is the wicket.
Actually hit 4 off the bottom edge.
He gave that an almighty swing.
He's on a tear, Ben Sears.
Tower.
And that brings 200 up for New Zealand as well. 209, 1 to go.
Everyone knew it, including him. One more ball before maybe Abra.
Oh,
It's interesting times.
Got to keep it out.
His last over, last ball.
And he does.
Ben Sears.
Actually hit 4 off the bottom edge.
On the edge, into the deck, and it just races away for 4.
He's on a tear, Ben Sears. And that brings 200 up for New Zealand as well. 209, 1 to go.
Bowling for his hat-trick, but I don't think we're going to see it.
Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me.
Well, interesting times. Harris Ralph was his last over.
Oh, we're going to get denied a potential hat-trick ball. We really are.
Bottom edge into the deck, and it just races
I've got a good mind to march out there and wave my finger.
Someone's warming up the Abra and have a chance. I think it might be Alec for his hat-trick, but I don't think we're going to see it.
Oh, you're kidding me. He's probably filthy. Nicely bowled. You're kidding me. If he hits, this could be the end. He doesn't. Oh, we're going to get denied a potential hat-trick ball. We really are.
You've got your number 10 and number 11, and you're on a hat-trick.
Oh, I've got a good mind to march out there and wave my finger.
No, sorry, you're going to have to wait for the next game. Someone's warming up an extra cover. Rick, I think it might be Abra. Does it count for your hat-trick? Who wants it?
Oh, he's probably filthy. Nicely bowled. If he hits, this could be the end. He doesn't.
Told by Richie, a statistician. Hard no. You're never going to get a better chance. You've got your number 10 and number 11.
Someone go, no, I'm here, but I actually wasn't
and the skipper decides, no, sorry, you're going to have to wait for the next game. I think it does count, doesn't it? Does it count as a hat-trick? No?
Yeah, it does.
Across the game. Across the No, I'm just being told by Richie, a statistician. Hard no on that one.
Someone go, no, time of year, but
Finds himself on
makes you want to
73.
really listening to you, think, right?
Fortunate boundary, but the main thing is New Zealand are over that 200 mark. One stage, 164 for 7 after 15 overs. Most likely done extremely well. Thanks to
Steve's can hold a bit, can't it?
Bracewell and Sony partnership. Steve
200 is such shot.
just off the legs, swept away. Finds himself on 7 on 3.
Really big score.
Fortunate boundary, but the main thing is New Zealand are over that 200
Some of that.
one stage,
The ball has taken some of it.
15 overs. Most likely done extremely well. Thanks to dusted himself off. I thought that absolutely smashed him.
Steve did 200 psychological.
Have a look here. In the hip. Giving it a rub.
Target really big score earlier on. The ball has taken some of it.
Earlier on, and he obviously broke his arm earlier on in the season. Dusted himself off. I thought that absolutely smashed his pace these days in T20. Let's have a look here. In the hip. Just giving it a rub.
He's leg wide out of the way of that. You got a chance to,
you
know that as a tail ender, that these seamers, they're going to go what they call pole hunting, looking for wickets, looking to bowl you out. You're a tail ender, so you can't hit it. Rather than looking to maybe minimise damage in the final over and bowl like wide Yorkers, which you would normally do to a batter, they're going to try to bowl you out. So you know it's going to be in your area. You know that as a tail ender, that these seamers, they're going to go like that. Just like that. You just need to hit it a bit better though. Totally missed timing to maybe minimise damage. You all pick up a bowl like wide Yorkers. New Zealand will be bowled out. They're going to try to bowl you out, so you know it's going to be in your...
Well, it was exactly what you were talking about. Mark Richardson, step and hit, pole hunting.
Like that. Just like that. You just need to hit it a bit better though.
Back of the hand,
Totally missed time.
Duffy almost
You all pick up a bowl. New Zealand will be bowled out. New Zealand.
They finished their innings bowled out. Well, exactly in the slot you were talking about.
We need to do it in this series.
Pole hunting.
I think most of the runs will be
108 kilometres out the back of the hand.